A variety of unusual questions is a great way to exercise your brain. By answering them, you can test your memory and also try to think logically. If you are ready to test your skills, then try this quiz. What is bel canto? Type of painting, architectural style, vocal style. Bel canto is a technique of virtuoso singing in which the performer freely extracts a rich sound, smoothly transitions from one note to another, maintains an even voice and soft timbre in all registers. The term comes from the Italian bel canto, beautiful singing. What did Jacob Roggeveen discover? Sources of the Nile, Easter Island, the satellites of Mars. Jacob Roggeveen was a Dutch explorer who was sent to find Australia Land and Davis Land, but instead discovered Easter Island, named so because he landed there on Easter Sunday. Jacob Roggeveen also discovered Bora Bora and Maupiti in the Society Islands, as well as Samoa. To which country do the Faroe Islands belong? Denmark, Norway, Great Britain. The Faroe Islands are part of Denmark, but in fact it is already an independent state. Since the 15th century, Faroes were part of Norway and then Denmark. Only in 1948, the islands received wide autonomy within Denmark. To this day, Denmark still deals with defence, justice, police, common currency, and foreign policy of the Faroes. All other issues are decided by the islanders themselves. What does a speleologist study? Volcanoes, landscape design, caves. Speleologists study underground spaces, natural caves, lakes, rivers and ecological systems, the origin, development, structure, composition and movement of underground water. A speleologist researcher maps caves and studies the remains of ancient material culture found in them. Which island is otherwise known as Borneo, Java? Sumatra, Kalimantan. The island of Borneo, aka Kalimantan, is located in Southeast Asia and is considered the third largest in the world. It occupies an area of 743.33 thousand square kilometres. Almost the entire island is covered with jungle with a mountain range in the middle. Few tourists are brought to Borneo, all because of the harsh climate, huge distances and scanty local communication. Which writer narrated The Adventures of Prince Florizel? Arthur Conan Doyle, Robert Stevenson. Edgar Poe. The Adventures of Prince Florizel is a series of short stories by the famous English writer Robert Louis Stevenson. Based on this work, director Evgeny Tatarsky made a brilliant movie with Oleg Dahl in the title role. Which country has 11 official languages? Mozambique, South Africa, Paraguay. South Africa is the only well-developed country, a state that officially speaks 11 languages such as English, Venda, Xhosa, Zulu, Sesotho, Swazi, Afrikaans, Southern Ndebele, Northern Sotho, Tswana, and Tsonga. South Africa is the third country in terms of the number of official languages after India and Bolivia. Shades of what colour do bees not distinguish between? Red, yellow, blue. Bees see the world very differently. The bee perceives white, yellow and blue colours, and all other colours are distinguished only by their brightness. The bee does not perceive red colour at all. Beekeepers, to check the hibernaculum in order not to disturb the bees use red lights to which they do not react. Which scientist was the first to use a telescope to observe celestial bodies? Galileo Galilei, Mikhail Lomonosov, Giordano Bruno. 410 years ago, in 1609, Galileo Galilei was the first scientist to observe celestial bodies through a telescope and was able to see craters on the Moon, individual stars in the Milky Way, and satellites of Jupiter. Galileo Galilei described his observations in the book Starry Messenger, which caused a sensation in the scientific community. Which chemical element is number 22 in the periodic system? Ruthenium, titanium, cobalt. Titanium, Ti, a chemical element with an ordinal number of 22. It's a hard, shiny, silvery metal. The metal was named in honour of the Titans, characters of Greek mythology, children of Gaia. The element was named by Martin Klaproth according to his views on chemical nomenclature. What flower's day is celebrated in France on May 1st? Tulip, lily of the valley, narcissus. In France, May 1st is the day of the lily of the valley. On this day, everywhere sell lilies of the valley, give them to each other, keep them, as it is believed that the lily of the valley flower brings happiness. What colour food dye is made from saffron? Black, blue, orange. Saffron is a spice and food colouring of orange colour obtained from dried stigmas of saffron flowers. Since ancient times, it has been considered one of the most expensive spices, which is explained by the labour-intensive production. One flower gives only 3 stigmas, and to get a kilogram of spice requires 200,000 flowers. The coat of arms of which country depicts a lion and a unicorn? Bulgaria, Grenada, Great Britain. The national coat of arms of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland is depicted in the form of a shield supported on both sides by a lion and a unicorn, symbols of power and labour. The shield is divided into 4 parts, each containing the arms of England, Scotland and the Free State of Ireland.